Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's Mark with Georgetoon.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? I got a healthy coffee this morning. Once again, a big thank you to Nate Jackson for fabulous coffee. We need it too. Hang on one sip. Oh boy, that is really, really good. There it is right there. Oh, I need that. Yeah. Fabulous coffee right there. A big thank you to Nathaniel Jackson. Thank you so very, very much. It tastes great. It's a healthier coffee, and you can probably tell I am under the weather. We're gonna have a Monday morning mailbag, but it's going to be a shortened version this morning. I'm just going to kind of give you some highlights, and then hopefully next week I will have recovered and we'll go in depth with what we're showing you this time around. My apologies, but this came out of nowhere. This is some kind of virus that kind of mimics a sinus infection. You get a terrible cough, you get a stuffy nose, you get some minor aches, and then there's like an ebb and flow. So one moment you feel pretty good, and the next moment you feel washed out. And it's a virus of some kind going around. I got checked out, and the physician assistant said, well, yeah, this is going around. This is what you got. Can't prescribe anything for you in the way of antibiotics because it's a virus. So that's not going to do any good. And usually I am under the impression, I'm usually pretty good, rather, of figuring out if I've got a sinus infection. And this one felt like a sinus infection. And no, she said, no, it's not a sinus infection. It's this virus. We're seeing a lot of it. As a matter of fact, I mentioned it to a few viewers who have contributed content this week. And they said, oh, yeah, you know what? I had that last week, or I just got over it, that sort of thing. So there is something going around. So take care of yourself, you know, and get some fabulous coffee. They have me on benzonatate. I think that's what it's called, benzonatate. That's something for the cough, to suppress the cough. And then I am on something here called ipratropium. What is that? It's called ipratrope. Yeah, I think it's ipratropium. Ipratropium. Yeah, ipratropium. Ipratropium, I think is what it is. Bromide. It's something for open up the airways of the stuffiness. So yeah, because I'm kind of blocked up. You could probably hear it. So it's going to be a quick show. But you know what? Thanks very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. As we like to say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. Hang on, one more sip. Yeah, and if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate that. If you're listening to the podcast this morning, thanks for tuning in via all those great streaming platforms like iHeartMusic, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, that sort of thing. Great to be with you. Anyhow, a shortened version of the Monday morning mailbag this morning, and hopefully I will recover, and next week we'll go in depth with a lot of what we talk about today. So I am going to really kind of pull in on the reins here this morning so that I can get some rest, because after I got my diagnosis, it was like in the afternoon, like about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, something like that. I went to bed and I slept for like 18 hours. I still had to go to work, but the next day. But wow, it was just this is unlike anything I've ever experienced before. This one is not good. I hope you don't get it. It's a terrible one. Okay, hang on, one more sip. Okay, enough of that. Wait a minute. I might have to get a piece of bread or something like this, because this guy here didn't. I took one right before cameras rolled, and I don't think it. I think it's right there in the throat. It's got to loosen up and get down there. Okay, great. Okay, so wow. Okay, great to be with you. Thanks very much for joining me this morning. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. I know, kind of like a hit and miss kind of a opening here, but going to do the best we can. So let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer James Sefton, and he writes, "Hey Mark, lately I've been keeping my alum block in the fridge, and it's working great. When I'm done, just pat it dry and back in the fridge until next time. It's a really cool way to wind up a shave." James. Hey, James, thanks very much for that. That's a great shaving tip. There you go, folks. If you want to enhance the use of an alum block, put it in the refrigerator. Keep it there, and when you're ready to use it, pull it out, and run under some cold water, I would guess, and, get that extra coolness through alum block use. James, thanks very, very much. And James already has an original signed George sketch. So thanks very much for that, James. And wait a minute, let me get the sketch here. Okay. Yeah, okay, here it is. Again, James already has an original signed George sketch, but if you would like an original signed George sketch, just like this one here that I had to run and get, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it here on the viewer morning shaving tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. James, thanks very much for the shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Okay, it's time for a shave den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup. Boom, lather. Hot towel ready, face feels prime. A classic shave, so smooth, so fine. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do the work, no need to rush. Shave like a pro, close and neat. A shave so smooth it can't be beat. Slap on your favorite splash, feel that glow. Shave complete, now you're ready to go. Oh, boom, shave complete, you're ready to go.
Well, this morning's Shave Den visit comes courtesy of viewer Lee Stanley, and he writes, "Hi, Mark. I hope you're well." I'm sorry. I hope you're well. That just hit me funny. I hope you are well. My signed Georgetoon sketch has turned up. I absolutely love it. Thank you. It now sits proudly in my shaving den so I can admire it. Lee, thank you so much for framing up George and displaying it in your shaving den. I really, really do appreciate that. I'm very flattered and honored, and you have to forgive me for laughing because of my situation and what you said there. Just now, it hit me funny. I mean, when I got this email from you several days ago, I was feeling great, and I thought, it just came across as, I hope you're well. I am well, yeah. Well, today, not so much. But anyhow, thank you very much for framing up George. Really do appreciate that. And Lee also sent along some photos and video giving us a shave den tour, and we're going to hold that for next week. So stay tuned for Lee Stanley's wonderful, wonderful shave den tour. We'll just tease it a little bit here. It's a great picture of George framed up, and he has some other photos and a video of his shave den, and it really is very, very neat. Requires a little bit of editing on my part, adding some music and that sort of thing. So we'll do that when I have a full wind in my sails. So Lee, thanks again very, very much for today's shave den visit. Really do appreciate it. Well, here's your reminder to check out shavesplash.com. This is a website that was created by viewer Lee Meyer. If you happen to have a shave soap, but you don't have an aftershave splash for it, well, shavesplash.com is a scent matching website. So you'll be able to find a complimentary aftershave scent that will go with that shaving soap. Really, really terrific. And they also have some great articles and features up there. So check it out. We'll have the link below, shavesplash.com, from viewer Lee Meyer. Well, the channel now has auto dub technology courtesy of Google and YouTube. And as the name suggests, it will automatically translate this audio from English into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. Pretty amazing. Simply click on the gear in the lower right of the video screen. A menu will pop up, And there you can select the language that you wish to hear the audio in: Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. It translates it from English to any of those languages in real time, on the fly. Pretty amazing. Auto dub. Check it out. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. This email comes from viewer David Dart regarding the GTA Shave Meetup. I believe that stands for Greater Toronto Area Shave Meetup. I think that's what it stands for. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but that's what I'm going with right now. Anyhow, David writes, Mark, good morning, sir. I don't know if it's too late for your next Monday morning mailbag or not, but this Saturday is the next GTA Meetup. It's at a pub called Fionn McCool's. That's spelled F-I-O-N-N, and then capital M-A-C, capital C-O-O-L apostrophe S. Fionn McCool's in Vaughan. That's V-A-U-G-H-A-N, just north of Toronto. The address is 6110 Highway 7. It runs between 1 and 3 in the afternoon and usually goes longer. Caleb Aylesworth is usually there, and Peter from Spot Prints, along with other vendors. GTA meetups are hosted by Carlos and crew from the Razor Company. That's great. And he says here, I know it's a short notice, but I would love to see you there. Maybe some of your Canadian viewers can make it. I will send along some pictures from the meetup. Anyway, have a fantastic day. David, thanks very, very much for the heads up on the GTA Wet Shave Meetup in Vaughan, just north of Toronto. The GTA Shave Meetup, Greater Toronto Area Shave Meetup at Fionn McCool's, 6110 Highway 7, from 1 to 3, lasts a little bit longer. Sounds like they're going to have a grand time, and some great attendance by some well-known vendors there as well. So, David, thanks very, very much for passing word along. Really do appreciate it. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on 1 minute. Yeah, that's terrific. That's really, that's good. It's got a really nice flavor to it. Again, it's healthy, and I need it. Fabula coffee right there. Thanks to Nate Jackson. The Monday Morning Mailbag, official Monday Morning Mailbag, coffee mug right there. We'll have links where you can get your very, very own and some other stuff that we have up online for sale. Hang on one more step. Okay, again, I apologize for my condition. And not only do I have to record this, but I'm going to have to edit it after I'm done doing this. This is why we're keeping everything shorter than usual, because the editing process sometimes takes a long time. So I'm going to go through and edit it as quickly as possible. And you know what? I haven't shaved. I got probably about 2 days worth of beard growth here. I was just so tired the other day after seeing the physician assistant at Minute Clinic, CVS Minute Clinic. I just decided, I'm just going to sleep. I'm going to bed. And I got up in the morning to go to work, and I didn't shave because you feel, it's really weird. I hope you don't get this. You feel drained, and then you feel a little bit energized, and then you feel drained again. It's really, so I just have to wait it out, tough it out, and then hopefully by next week, it will have run its course. I was told probably about a week, so we'll see. Hang on 1 minute. Okay, we're only going to read a few of these messages here in the refill. This comes from Wittar 7090. Hi, Mark. Always a pleasure for me to tune into 3MB. In regards to the comment on falling down the rabbit hole, not only did I simply fall down the hole, I slammed into each and every rock in the hole. I will say that it has been a great journey. I also feel safe in saying that most viewers of the 3MB are right there with me. One other thing I noticed was that AutoDub does not have an option for Southern. That's funny. Don't make me laugh. I was wondering if you could use your influence and help persuade the powers that be to add this as an option. Haha. Thanks for promoting and being a spokesman for the community. Wittar, thank you very, very much. But again, all thanks to the wet shaving community and all the viewers out there. They make the show. William Murphy wrote, great 3MB as usual, Mark. Love the Shave Den visit. That was last week's Shave Den visit. I have Shave Dad's dad on the way. For Father's Day, I will be using Phoenix Shaving's Cold Spice with vintage original Old Spice aftershave. Yeah, thanks for the reminder, Bill. Happy belated Father's Day to everyone out there. It was yesterday. We're running this on Monday. Yesterday, Sunday, was Father's Day, and we forgot to mention that at the top of the show. My apologies. So a happy belated Father's Day to everyone out there, and I hope you got some great shaving gear. I remember my father using a Remington razor, and if I remember correctly, he had a pre-shave stick from Remington, and it was like a powder coating to help prepare the beard for the shave. When he could not find it anymore, he switched to electric shave. Have a wonderful week. I do remember those powder sticks when I was using an electric razor, and yeah, I was the same way. I would use a powder stick, and then when I didn't have it, I would use electric shave, or I wouldn't use anything at all. And I just, and I'm just so glad I came back to the traditional wet shave. Bill, thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate it. Scott Martin wrote, wow, so much cool stuff packed into this week's show. Thanks for bringing up my comment about talc. As I mentioned, I still use real talc from Taylor of Old Bond Street, Trumper, etc., but only talc that has been manufactured in the last few years. It's heavily screened for asbestos contamination these days. I'd avoid doing anything with that Avon talc beyond using it to decorate your shave den. It's a beautiful bottle. I actually have a bottle of real talc from Pinot circa the 1940s, and I just use it as a decoration. Cheers, Scott. Scott, thanks very, very much. Now, I'm not going to use the talc. I will do as you suggest and just use it as a decoration in the shave den, and we'll see how that goes. So thanks very much for that information, Scott. Really do appreciate it. This comes from Steve M, 1563. Wow, pretty exciting to see a new calendar coming from Phoenix Shaving. Should be fun. To which Spooky to Scary adds, that new advent calendar looks so fun. I hope they're all mentholated. It feels like that's only right. I need some cool soaps for this summer. Yeah, we'll mention it again here rather than a new shave gear, but sounds like a good time to mention it right here. Fran's Space Cream. It's their new advent calendar. This is coming out right there. There it is. This is coming out very, very soon for National Ice Cream Month and National Ice Cream Day in July. July 15th, I think, is National Ice Cream Day, and July is also National Ice Cream Month. So we'll be counting down we'll be opening up 6 doors, counting down to National Ice Cream Day. And I think you're right there. I hope that these are mentholated. You're right. It seems only right that they should be mentholated, nice and cool for the hot summer days. Yeah, so there it is. Spans. Sorry. Fran's, boy, this stuff's got to start working. Come on. Fran's Space Cream. Okay, apologies again for the raspy cough. My apologies. But thank you, gentlemen, for mentioning the summer advent calendar from Phoenix Shaving. Fran's Space Cream, right there. Okay, there you go. And Mike H. writes, hi, Mark. Great Monday morning mailbag. Thank you. Wonderful segments throughout the show. As always, it was very nice to see your brother's Remington electric razor, and it certainly looks like it's in terrific shape. Thank you for sharing it with us. I hope you have a fantastic start to the week. Best regards, as always, Mark. Yeah, thanks very much for that, Mike. The Remington razor, I'm pretty surprised. It's corded and it's still running. I contrast that to some other electric razors that I've had over the years, and they are not corded. They're cordless. And, a lot of the batteries are just dead. They're just dead. And so the razor is probably not salvageable unless I try to find a replacement rechargeable battery, open it up and insert it and that sort of thing. I don't know if it's really worth doing it, to be perfectly honest with you. So had I known back then what I know now, I would have gone with a corded electric razor because it probably would still be running. So yeah, Mike, thanks very, very much for that. Really, really do appreciate it. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Viewer Robert Ross sent along this review of Astra Superior Green DE blades made in India. And he writes, hi Mark, this is a brief review of the Astra Superior Platinum Green DE blade. Procter & Gamble moved their production of razor blades from Russia to India due to the Russia-Ukraine conflict. My first ever experience with DE shaving over 3 years ago was with Astra SP Green DE blades made in Russia. I've had hundreds of shaves with those blades and found them to be sharp and smooth. I shaved with the Astra SP Green blades made in India for the first time ever. Here are my thoughts. The blade felt paper thin when I compare them to my Wizamet Super Iridium blades that I really enjoy. I think they are thinner than the Russian-made ones, although it is not based on scientific evidence. The Indian-made blades felt sharper than those made in Russia. The Indian blades were not as smooth as the Russian blades. The new Astra blades sort of reminded me of feather blades, although not as sharp as feather. Both the Astra blades made in India and feather both lack the smoothness that I enjoy. Geo Fatboy did a blind test on the Russian versus Indian-made Astra SP Green. He found no difference. I disagree with that assertion. Ohio Shaves did a review as well and came to the same conclusion as me. The Indian-made Astra SP Green blades are sharper, but not as smooth as the Russian-made counterpart. Conclusion. In my opinion, the Indian blades are inferior to the Russian blades. I would rather have a smooth blade that sacrifices a touch of sharpness. On my shave with the Indian blades, I got 4 weepers. The shave I got with the Indian Astra blades was close, but it came at the cost of smoothness. Luckily, I only bought a tuck to try, so it's no big deal. I will stick to my Wizamet Super Iridium and Gillette Platinum, both made in Russia. Would I buy a 100 pack of the Astra Green blades made in India? No. Remember, this is my opinion only. If you're not sure, buy 1 tuck and see if you like them. If so, go ahead and buy a box. Hope that helps your subscribers. Cheers, Bob Ross. Bob, thanks very, very much for the thoughtful review. Really do appreciate it. There you go, folks. The new Astra SP blades made in India. Bob, not too much of a fan there. But as we like to say, though, your mileage may vary. So if you've used the Astra SP Green blades that are made in India, comment below and let us know if your experience was similar to Bob's, better than Bob's, or a little worse than Bob's. So, Bob, thanks again for the review. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Greg Passante sent this along to the show. It's a review of Cloud Shaves Tobacco Shaving Soap. He very kindly and generously sent along the shave soap and the aftershave splash. Now, I'm a little stuffed up. My nose is stuffy, and I'm not really getting a lot, but he clarifies that in his review. So I don't feel as if it's entirely my fault not being able to get much of the fragrance here. Greg writes, it's an interesting base. It was a bit drier than some, but I find that I'm able to get a good shine with my lather. It isn't as dense, but the protection is good, and I was able to get a smooth, comfortable head shave without a shower. Don't expect to be blasted with fragrance. And this has a tobacco pink peppercorn forward fragrance that really comes out with the aftershave. I really like the face feel of this one as it's quite soothing in my opinion. By the way, you taught this guy to shave, meaning the artisan, and now his soap will be on the show. Here's a photo of the lather it creates. Boy, that's a good looking lather. And I'm so flattered that the artisan follows the show, although I didn't teach him to shave. I think all the viewers out there taught him to shave because I passed along all those wonderful tips and tricks and other information. regarding the traditional wet shave from all the great viewers out there. Again, as I like to say, without you, this microphone would be silent. But yeah, I hopefully when this virus thing clears up, I'll get a better sample of this scent, because I'm not getting anything right now, to be perfectly honest with you. And like I say, I'm all stuffed up from this virus, and this spray doesn't seem to be doing much right now. Maybe it'll kick in after I'm done recording, as will hopefully these pills here too. So my thanks to Greg Pisanti for very kindly sending along Cloud Shave's Tobacco Shaving Soap and Aftershave Splash. Greg, thanks again very, very much. Well, Phoenix Shaving's Immortal Peach is back, and Matt Panter very kindly sent along a review, and he writes, Mark, Immortal Peach is a scent that I've always passed on, thinking that it wasn't for me because I didn't want to smell like a peach. But then I started trying a variety of cubes, and I picked up a peach cube, and I was amazed by how good it smelled. So I went back and ordered Immortal Peach in CK6 with the Splash and Star Jelly, and even the EDP, which smells phenomenal. I would definitely say, for me, this is the most irresistible scent I've gotten from Phoenix Shaving. It really stands out as something truly awesome. It smells like a real natural peach, but with multiple different layers, just parting it up together. And then it becomes rather mellow after it dries down. I think it's fine for a man to wear because after it dries down, it comes off as more of a clean smell than a fruity smell that is not overpowering. And it just smells so good. I highly recommend getting this one. It's mind-blowing. Yes, it smells like peach, but it doesn't just smell like peach. I don't know what else it smells like. Doug and Fran have outdone themselves yet again. But just a heads up, it seems to be temperature sensitive because when I first unboxed it from being in the mailbox, I could not smell much of anything from it. Then after a few hours at room temperature, it really popped. Yeah, I've had that experience with some shave soaps that I've received from many different artisans, whether it's in the cold or it's in the heat of a mailbox. You got to let it come to room temperature. And as you say, that scent really, really pops. Matt, thanks very, very much for the great review on Immortal Peach from Phoenix Shaving. Folks, we'll have a link below. Well, we have a new razor in the Shave Den, and it comes courtesy of the folks at Yaqi. So my thanks again to Grace Chen and everyone at Yaqi for very kindly sending this one along to the channel and allowing me to share with all the viewers. From Yaqi, here it is, the stainless steel Romulus Artist Club razor. Check that out. Isn't that a beautiful, sleek razor? A single edge Artist Club razor. Just beautifully sleek, completely 316 stainless steel, a nicely polished 316 stainless steel. Let me give you the specs on this right here. Again, a razor head material is 316 stainless steel. The handle material is 316 stainless steel. The handle length is 91 millimeters or 3.58 inches. The handle diameter is 11 millimeters or 0.433 inches. Again, it's polished stainless steel. The total weight is 66 grams or 2.33 ounces. The blade gap is 0.70 millimeters. How about that? And as they write here, lightweight design at just 66 grams, the razor offers an easy-to-handle, maneuverable shaving experience. Artist Club blade technology features an AC blade offering a close, comfortable shave with minimal irritation. And they did include an Artist Club blade with it. Single-edge design, the single-edged safety razor design provides a traditional, precise shaving experience. Ergonomic polished handle, the 91 millimeter polished handle provides a comfortable grip for a secure shave. And yeah, they do have some nice, I guess you could say, ribbing here on the handle where it looks like you'll get a nice grip of it. And it says Artist Club 316 safety razor, stainless steel construction, crafted from 316 stainless steel, beautiful polish. So there you go from the folks at Yaqi, the Romulus single edge Artist Club razor. And they included one Artist Club blade with it. You can see it kind of wrapped up there, okay? And I think I have some of these somewhere in the shave den, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to have to go back and look at some of my videos and see if I've used an Artist Club razor or if I, you know what? I can't remember. I really can't. But now we have this one from Yaqi, and we're going to give it a go. And look how sleek that is. That is so nice and sleek. And of course, the Artist Club blade is wider, so you're going to get a wider swath from the shave pass. So really looking forward to using this one. So again, my thanks to Grace Chen and everyone at Yaqi for very kindly sending along to the channel the Romulus Artist Club razor. We'll have links below. Well, I think we're going to wrap up the show. I'm going to forego questions and comments this week because I want to give them a little more attention. We had some great comments from David Richland and Abane Samant, and also Robert Ross sent along some great information. So, gentlemen, we'll be revisiting those comments from you next week. I'll just keep it in show notes so that when I'm over this virus, I'll be able to present it. So my thanks to everyone who tuned in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Of course, we ask you to visit all those great artisans out there. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to put that on screen, but visit all those great artisans out there and give them a look. Thanks very, very much. Support those small businesses and small artisans and some really, really terrific wet shaving artisans out there for both soaps and razors and everything else. And again, check my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark080, where you'll find all the products from Amazon, all the Amazon listed products that I talk about on this channel, organized, categorized, the whole deal there. So thanks very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Hey, I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for understanding my situation. And we got through the show. And I really, really do appreciate your patience and your understanding with this virus that I have. Please don't get it. It's terrible. And as I say, a few viewers out there contacted me and said that they also had it. And they just recently got over it. And they agree. It's terrible. It's terrible. So again, thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.